All right. There's some catching up we have to do, chat. All right. There's a little catching up we have to do. I have not caught up on I saw a Tozy talk about it, but I haven't caught up on the Johnny Somali shit. We have a little bit of updating with Johnny Somali, alright. Johnny Somali just pled guilty. Prison time. But we have an update with Johnny Somali because obviously he went to the courthouse again, alright. He couldn't set it back. Now, he has to start facing the music, chat. And now that he's facing the music, they're starting to say, I don't know, it's gonna be looking too good for this boy. I saw a Tozy talk about it. He had a video of him coming out of the courtroom. It seemed like Johnny Somali is starting to take this seriously. He's not starting to act up in the courtroom anymore. So let's see, is Johnny Somali really turning a new leaf? Or is he just acting here? Johnny Somali just pled guilty. Prison time. Let's see what 15 Minutes of Shame has to say.
So Johnny Somali got totally humiliated in court. He just pled guilty to 2 additional crimes. Today we'll be taking a look at that. As well, we have part 2 of the video I posted a few weeks ago where Johnny and Hank got sprayed by the fire extinguisher and then Hank runs to the police. That part is
I need to edit up that.
But first, let's talk about the trial. So the trial was at 2:30 a.m. Eastern time. So unfortunately, I couldn't cover it right away. But here we are the next morning, and luckily a Tozy was there in South Korea, boots on the ground, and he made a recap of what happened in court. So let's take a look.
Things like last time, things went awful for Johnny. This time it went terrible. He even got humiliated in court. I mean, it was really bad from the start. And just to start things off, I'm going to run through the whole trial so you guys kind of get a picture of how things were, even though you guys weren't there. There was a few people there. There wasn't that many people this time. But Johnny at 3:59, Johnny's lawyer came in. So right on time for the trial and so on. Then at 4, a woman walked in who apparently was a witness. We didn't know of her. We hadn't seen her. We were assuming that Bong Bong was going to testify today, but apparently not. Then at 4:03, Hank walked in, and that also confirmed that Hank is still associated with Johnny.
Now, that's a really important point because in the last interview that Hank did, it looks like he was distancing himself from Johnny.
Yeah, because literally he said, oh yeah, me and Johnny, we aren't friends. Like, what? We're not best friends. Like, I have another black friend, but Johnny, yeah, screw that guy. He's on the back burner. I don't like Johnny Somali either. I don't like that boy. Yo, Hackfish, thanks for the 2 months, my guy. Yo, welcome back to the Fishbowl.
He was talking about leaving, and he was talking about how he's not even his best friend. So yeah, turns out that he's still supporting the Goblin for some reason.
Then at 4:05, so this is 5 minutes after his trial started, Johnny was still not there. So Hank, he starts panicking and talking to the lawyer, and they don't know where Johnny is. So then Hank has to run out of the courtroom and I guess call Johnny and figure out where this guy is. So moving on with my notes here, let's see, 1 second. Then we have at 4:07, Johnny then walks in, this time respectfully, in a fitting suit. It seems like
damn, that boy said, Judge, I ain't know we was doing that real shit. Judge, I thought this was like a fake trial. I didn't know this was a real trial. That boy walked in his nice little suit. He said, yeah, Judge, I did that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Johnny realized how bad things were.
Oh, the camera still? He probably doesn't even have a gimbal.
And finally took the cue and he was like, okay, I'm going to lock in because clearly things are not going well for him.
By the way, here's a picture of that suit. I will admit, it looks fitting. It looks normal.
Yeah, instead of that big ass, like, God, is there a picture? That big suit he was wearing before, that was Hank's suit, the white one.
He looks just so tiny compared to Hank. It's ridiculous. Now, about locking in
that is
and
Hank's
taking things seriously, it's a little late for that. We're pretty much at the 11th hour, and the sentence is coming pretty damn soon.
So then everyone sits down, or everyone stands up, judge walks in, everyone sits down. Okay, court starts. So then at 4:12, Johnny then confirms that he is still a quote-unquote student and that he still actually lives at Hank's house. So that's interesting because Hank is going on to say, oh, Johnny does not live with me. I do not help Johnny anymore. I'm not associated with him anymore. Apparently, that's not true. So then we have the 8 charges that he's currently facing.
Right.
I have Gabe with me here, who's been helping me translate and also find all the location and everything, and so on. So shout out to this man for being here.
So I talked to Gabe as well. He's been helping me with some things.
Yeah, how come everyone knows Gabe? I don't know Gabe. Chat, who's Gabe? What? Who's Gabe? I don't know Gabe.
Honestly, really good guy. So I just want to give a shout out to him. But now they're going to talk about the charges. And it turns out the first thing that's on the plate today is the buses incident.
Okay. And so the first 2 disturbances, so the first bus, that was for playing NK propaganda on the bus. And then the second one was for just text-to-speech donations and just, disturbing the peace on the bus. So
noises and
loud
refusing
noises.
to turn it down.
Yes,
causing a
and
disturbance, and also the live streaming. That in itself they consider to be a disturbance. That making other people feel uncomfortable if you have your camera. Like right now we're here, we're not putting people in the frame, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're on a bus, you're live streaming other people as well.
Yeah.
So that's considered a disturbance as well.
So remember a few months ago I told you guys he could get in trouble for playing the North Korean music? Well, he was at home when he did that. This was a little different because he's in front of a bunch of other people. But like I said, you should not be doing that in South Korea.
Yeah, I want to be honest here. They probably take your head just for even thinking about North Korea over there. They be like, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
It's a very stupid idea.
So then at 4:15, you had that moment where they went, oh, if you change the time, we plead guilty here. And that didn't fully make sense to me. So, what was that about? Because that was what Johnny's team said.
It's very common for an accusation to have some small mistake, like it could be a date or a time or a location. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
If you say no, it wasn't this day, it was that day, it's still a crime. It doesn't matter. But Johnny nitpicks about stuff like this, and the lawyer brought that up as an argument. And so the compromise was: do you admit to everything except the date that this happened? Yes, he admits to everything except for the date. Okay, that's a guilty plea.
Okay, so then he pled guilty for all the obstruction charges. So all 4 obstruction of business charges, he pled guilty for.
Right.
So here you'll recognize Legal Mindset's PowerPoint, and you can see that 2 of the crimes have been changed to guilty. Now he is guilty of 4 counts of obstruction.
Damn, he's really losing out on this, chat. God damn. That boy only got 2 more not guilties. He's holding on to them 2 for dear life. He said, please, you can't take all of my time. Not all of my life force.
2 counts of minor offense act, and he pled not guilty to the 2 deep fakes.
So because of that plea, then the witness got up and left because they no longer needed her to testify against him, because we're assuming that the witness was one of the workers at Lotte World who witnessed him, disrupt and stop the ride and do all the stuff he did there.
Yeah, when she turned around, I recognized her from the video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
100%. I recognized her from the video.
Okay. So then you had the whole deepfake charges. So the lawyer then said that Johnny was intoxicated. So they used him being intoxicated as an excuse for why he distributed those.
Their number one argument is that, this was his lawyer finally making an argument, which they've been asking him to do.
Yeah.
Right? Because that's what you're supposed to do in court.
Yeah.
And he keeps saying, oh, I gave you the evidence, or oh, I'll tell you later. But finally they got him to make an argument, and his number one argument was he did not produce the deepfakes, even though I think he probably did. Mm-hmm. He did not produce the deepfakes. All he did was to distribute them. So you admit to distributing them.
Right. Okay. So that's essentially what
crime.
Happened. Yeah.
But he is insisting on a not guilty plea. So it looks like his lawyer or somebody was able to convince him that the Lotte World charge was a lost cause. Mm-hmm. And so that's what Johnny gave.
Interesting.
Guilty plea, changing the plea from not guilty to guilty for Lotte World.
Yeah.
But insisting on not guilty for the deepfake.
What happened after they didn't want witnesses? What did the judge say, and how was the reaction of the court then?
This was interesting. He, since he got overruled when he tried to block the witnesses.
Yeah.
They do not want Bong Bong to testify. They don't want Yongman. They don't want either of them to testify. That's
okay.
Clear. We know.
Now that makes sense. Why would they possibly want them to testify when it's just going to completely bury Johnny? So
what do you mean completely? That's what what we want. We want Johnny to be buried. We want this man out of here. All right, we just want him to see the consequences of his actions.
It makes sense that they don't want any witnesses at all. Overall, it looks like it went terrible for Johnny Somali, and the end is very near.
Yeah, we've known that for a long time. Mm-hmm. But yes, he was actively in court trying to block them, and he was overruled on that.
Okay.
So, but since they're having the witnesses, the lawyer requested more time than usual.
Okay.
To examine them.
So
why?
What's a normal time to examine someone, you think?
It depends on the case, and then all that, they'll set it. And for this, they set 15 minutes for the defense for the lawyer to interview the
Okay.
witnesses. They set 15 minutes, and since he couldn't block it, he wanted more time with the witnesses, which means if they can't block the witnesses, they really want to grill them. So he might be planning on going all in on Bong Bong.
Oh, wow. Okay, so is it Johnny's lawyer that's grilling Bong Bong, or the prosecution that's grilling Bong Bong?
It'll be first the prosecution for 15 minutes, and
Yeah.
then next is Johnny's lawyer for 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then the judge might ask some questions as well.
And that and then you have another witness as well. So
Right.
it'll be times 2 essentially.
Exactly. Yeah. And
Interesting.
Then another times 2 because they're going to do a translation for everything.
Oh,
So
wow.
that making
Okay.
it twice as long. Yeah.
Okay. And that's happening in October. And then other than that, like, so then you had what were the minor crimes charges? Were they ever brought up during this case or trial?
That is settled that the plea is guilty.
Okay.
Minor crimes, and now we can say obstruction of business. The plea is guilty for 6 charges.
Okay. Interesting. And so overall, how was Johnny's lawyer?
Flustered, definitely out of his depth. I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I know he was pressured by Hank's family to be a part of this case, and I think he's trying to do his best to balance between Johnny and normalcy.
Yeah.
Sane, actual normal procedure.
Yeah. And how's the prosecution handling this case, you feel like?
I mean, obviously very professional.
Okay.
Right.
So would you consider them to be pretty aggressive on this case, or how would you rate it?
Yes, I would say today they were aggressive on it. The paradox is, how can you simultaneously admit to having distributed, which is the crime that it's accused of, and insist on this not guilty plea?
Yeah.
That's insane. That's just, it's thinking, the more I think about it, the crazier it is. But that's what we just witnessed.
Wow.
Is this lawyer using Johnny's argument?
Yeah.
Saying basically,
Interesting.
I didn't make it, so I'm not guilty. Even though, again, I think he did.
And also, like, the whole charge is for the distribution. So they're like, oh, we didn't make it. I did distribute it, though. But I was drunk. That's essentially what we're seeing unfold.
Yes, that's the mental gymnastics that we saw happen today. Lawyer was very flustered, turning red, stuttering. I don't think he has a natural stutter like Hank, but he does have a strange way of talking.
Yeah.
But he definitely seemed very uncomfortable.
Interesting.
So according to Gabe, he thinks the prosecutor is going to ask for 4 or 5 years, which would be a very significant sentence. Take a look at this.
Okay.
Because of Johnny's insistence.
Yeah.
And because of his insincerity with his guilty pleas.
Yeah. And now, I mean, finally, he's locked in, but it also seems like it's kind of too late to start acting like he's actually sorry.
Oh yeah, it's way too late. That boy should have been acting like that from the beginning. He should have been in the goddamn court talking about something. I'm sorry. Instead, he wanted to stick his tongue out at a tozy and legal mindset and everyone. He wanted to show his old ass to the judge. Now he's sorry, seeing that. Oh, wait a minute, that was real. You told me I wasn't in VR? That was in VR, I thought. That video was AI.
Because he didn't actually act like he was sorry today. He was just being respectful. He was being a normal person today, from what I saw. And that's really it. Yeah, the bar is really set low. But hey, it is what it is.
All right, so don't go anywhere because there's a whole lot more to cover. Now that we're caught up on the legal update, I want to show you part 2 of the video that I made a few weeks ago. Now, for those who don't remember, a few weeks ago, I was sent some deleted footage that is no longer available on YouTube. Some people may have seen it, but it's a very, very small percentage because at that time, Johnny wasn't that infamous. He was rather unknown. The first video was his day with Bong Bong. It's a hilarious clip.
I already seen that.
The second video was when he got assaulted with a fire extinguisher. And yes, I'm using the word
you play by my fucking rules.
Oh,
because
and those are two different things. So he got assaulted with the fire extinguisher.
What does Somali do? He's been pleading guilty in the courtrooms now. All right, he's realizing that it's coming to an end. Coming to an end.
And then Hank went to run to the police. And this is the part that I want to show you today because it is hilarious. Take a look at this.
You explain to them.
spraying me with a fire.
Talk to them. You talk to them. You're not built for the streamer shit. You're letting this girl get to you, bro. Don't let this girl get to you.
No. You're getting to me.
How?
Because I told you not to.
Are you my dad?
Not to shoot your fire. Okay, then get out.
Then he said, "Yeah, I'm your dad." D.
Okay, drive. Stop being a baby. Just go. Let's go home then. God damn.
Damn, that is his dad.
You're showing weakness on camera. You never show weakness on camera. You're showing them that we got problems in the team. The team stick together, nigga. You cannot show these niggas weakness.
Then you play by my fucking rules because I know.
He said, "Eh." Look at Johnny. He said, "Eh." I'm sorry.
You don't.
Hey, yo, police is coming. Let's get out of here quickly then. Let's go.
Yes, Johnny, the police is coming because Hank is the one calling them, you absolute buffoon. Man, it's so funny to see them fight. Even at this point, they were recent friends. Like, they didn't know each other for that long, and they were still acting like an old married couple.
Yo, this nigga getting pissed.
You can't just run away from the police.
What? Ain't no police got called.
And I.
Go help Gino. What the fuck is going on with Gino? Why y'all keep saying help Gino? Let me see what's happening to Gino. Gino get impressed. Let's see the clips. Is Gino really getting impressed right now? You know what? Yeah, Hank getting mad as fuck, man. I gotta get it. Are you gonna calm down? Are you gonna calm down? Promise to calm down. I'll eat with you.
Don't be loud.
You're the one screaming. Don't be loud. This nigga losing his shit, chat.
His papa told him no.
Oh my god, you got powder all over you from that fire extinguisher.
Exactly.
Me on my phone too. Somebody damaged my phone. Oh, look at me.
Exactly.
You fucked this up, low key.
I want some money.
They gonna see this.
Or I'm gonna gotta find me. I gotta legally beat the shit out of that bitch.
Oh, we're around. Okay, in a video game. We're on YouTube. In a video game.
No, I'm not a fucking bitch.
In a video game. Extortion is legal in Korea. Is that extortion?
What?
Saying if you don't pay me money, I'll call the cops. Is that extortion?
No, it's
someone said that's extortion.
It's settlement.
Isn't that hilarious that he's running to the cops? He is completely terrified. He is acting like such a beta right now. I really don't like Johnny Somali. I think he's a total pathetic loser. But in this particular situation, he is looking a lot better than Hank. He realizes that he went over there, he started a situation, and he got sprayed, and it just is what it is. I would totally understand if this woman went to Hank's house and sprayed him with a fire extinguisher. Sure, he should call the cops. But in this case, they started the situation.
I had to talk, bro. Hank is a professional fucking yapper, I'll tell you that. I didn't let that nigga talk. I kept cutting him off. He almost crashed the car.
It would be the most advantageous.
What happened?
It would be the most advantageous.
They can see you. They can see you. The camera's on you.
It would be the most advantageous for me to call the cops now.
Why do you want to call the cops so bad?
No.
I want a settlement, man.
You gonna call the cops here?
Yeah.
But we guilty.
We're not guilty.
We pulled up on niggas first. You can't call the police on these niggas.
Bro, how is Johnny Somali? Yo, I ain't see this part of the clip. Yo, how is Johnny Somali this rational? This doesn't make no sense.
We haven't been.
Bro, this is streaming. This is YouTube. You gotta understand. This is content. This is not real life.
I got assaulted.
No.
I got assaulted?
What do I do? What do I do?
So the next clip I want to show you is the very first recorded instance, I believe, of someone trolling Johnny Somali with the vasectomy jokes. Take a look at this because this is hilarious.
Somali's father sent $3. Hi, son. You are doing well. You should never get a vasectomy.
Yeah, I love you, Dad. Thank you, Dad.
You, however,
Thank you,
is a
Dad.
great candidate to get chemical cars tread.
You have trash somewhere?
So obviously that was not Johnny Somali's real dad, because his real father doesn't approve of any of this and would not give him money for nuisance streaming. It's just somebody trolling him. And I love that this is kind of like the origin story of the vasectomy trolls, because it is hilarious. It really gets under his skin. So they sat down to eat, and of course Hank is still bitching and still wants to call the cops.
Okay, Hank, let's talk, bro. I want to calm you down. What's going on, bro?
No,
I feel bad about you, bro.
I need to call the cops to have the ultimate legal edge.
The ultimate legal edge. What do you mean by the ultimate legal edge?
What is the ultimate legal edge here? Oh, don't worry, baby. I'm snitching. That's the ultimate legal edge. Like, what? I may have also been at the scene of the crime, committing a crime myself, but I'm a victim. They sprayed me with this fire extinguisher. It's the humanity. We're gonna talk about some of the ultimate legal edge.
Because it happened just now. I have evidences.
But bro, it's not, bro, they didn't call Joel said not to call the cops on us.
I don't give a fuck.
It's a truce, you know what I mean? It's kind
I
of
don't
like
give a fuck, man.
It's like an understanding.
I'm purely charging Xena, not Joel.
Not Joel.
I don't have any beef with Joel.
Bro, it was just a fire extinguisher.
I don't have any beef with Joel. I was actually helping you out since you have beef with Joel.
Yes,
I personally don't have any beef with Joel. I'm strictly calling cops on Xena, not Joel.
On Xena only.
On Xena only.
So the cops are coming here now?
No.
All right, let me know in the comment section if you guys are interested with the rest.
I am interested with the rest. Why is he not uploaded it yet? I'm about sick and tired of 50 minutes. Shame not uploading the whole thing. I want to see it all. I can't believe he would do this to me.